welcome back. So I'm in a different setting, as you see, and this is an impromptu video, but I just needed to talk to you guys. We have some life changes, a life update, but it's a good life update, and I'm in my feels and I probably will cry, but just bear with me. Dusty and I have been together for 16, almost 17 years, and we have never owned a home in our life. We have always tried. It was never in the cards for us, and we thought we would never own our own home. We have saved for near a decade. Even if some weeks we would only save $1, put back $1 into a special fund to buy a house. Most weeks we always put in money into this account to buy a house. Some weeks it was $1. Some months it was $1 a week. For a year straight, $1 a week, because times are tough. I think my parents owned their own home when I was little, like a baby, but I remember they sold it when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and after that we bounced around house to house to house to house my entire life. Off the top of my head, I would say we moved near 3 dozen plus times. This is on plus because I know it was more than that. Just never owned a home. Statistically speaking, Dusty and I was to never own a home. The likelihood was 0. And we have rented my entire life, or our entire relationship. We have rented our home, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I was happy where I was at. We have rented that house for 8 years, but we have finally reached our goal, and we have bought a home. So we bought our own home. And it still doesn't feel real. Family and friends would talk about me and Dusty behind our back. They think we don't know. And they would say things like, why don't Brooke and Dusty just buy a house already? It's not that easy. It is not that easy. This is not the 1950s anymore. It's not the 1970s anymore. You can't buy a home. You literally have to have like an act of Congress to even be able to buy a home nowadays. It's like pulling teeth. I was a stay-at-home mom for so long without my own income, and I had 0 credit. It was Dusty's. Dusty had everything in his name. The funds were not there. We never thought we would ever own a home. But for the past decade, we have saved and saved and saved. And I tell you guys, when I tell you I saved for a pure decade, I am not kidding. Ryder is 16, Braden is 14. I was thinking we would never have a home that was ours for them to grow up in. I never thought it would happen. And I am so happy we rented for all these years. The place we were moving from, it's our home. And the landlord, basically family. But I grew up without a home of our own. I just always wanted to be able to buy one for my kids. And I did it. So I'm just here to tell you that if you have a dream, don't ever give up on it. Even if it's been like a decade, you can still do it. And I want to thank you guys because of my channel. I was able to save a little bit faster. Most of my money that I made for my channel has went to try to buy us a home. And you guys made it possible. So thank you. We did not buy anything extravagant. We're simple people. And there's no way we could buy anything extravagant. We just have a simple home. And the best feeling ever. I was in Kylan's bedroom. And I was hanging up his curtains about 20 minutes ago. And Ryder and Braden and Kylan, somebody has always had to share a room with somebody, but now they all have their own bedroom. Yeah, they're so happy. And as I was hanging curtains in Kylan's bedroom, Braden walked in. And he said, Mommy, I want to have like a plaque made for you and Daddy because you're the best parents in the world. We're so happy and we're so blessed. But that put me in my feels. just remember, if you have a goal in your life that you want to get to and you think it's never ever going to happen, don't stop. Don't give up. Even if you have to put a pause on it for a second, don't give up. Start back. Being able to buy your own home in these days, like the 21st century, is really, really hard. And it should not be as hard as it is. We had to live. I'm not kidding you when I tell you I felt like I was jumping through rings of fire because it was that hard. There's no reason why owning a home in the 21st century should be as tough as it is. And like I said, there is nothing wrong with being a renter, and I'm so happy for our landlord that we had, but it was just a personal goal of mine to be able to buy my babies their own home. And I did it. So, I just want to thank you guys so much, because I probably wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. I make a little bit of an income from my YouTube channel, and I sunk a lot of it into being able to buy a home for my kids. People wonder why I'm so frugal. Well, there's many reasons why I'm a frugal person, because this economy just ain't it. I grew up there was times that were really tough and we didn't have a lot of food in the house, and I never wanted my kids to be scared and wonder where the next meal is coming from. I can't, and I want to be able to help people, because I don't want anybody to have to struggle. And another reason I'm frugal is because I really wanted to buy a home for my children, and I did it. This was a decade in the making. No, this was like 16, 17 years in the making. But I distinctly remember the day that Dusty and I said that we were going to try to save for a house. Kylan hadn't even been born yet. He's 9. And it's probably like 11 to 12 years since we started this. I'm just saying a decade because that's just the closest time frame. I remember we went and we saw a banker, and they told us what all it took to buy a house. And they gave us a big folder. They told us all the goals that we needed, and we kept that folder and we just tried. And it sometimes, God, I'm not even kidding you, sometimes it felt like it was never going to happen. It was like a pipe dream, and sometimes I just pushed it to the back of my head like it was never going to happen. But I always even if I only had $1, I would put $1 into that savings account. This is over a decade in the making, and we finally did it. So I'm just here to tell you, don't ever give up on your dreams, because they can happen. And thank you. Thank you so much for believing in me, for encouraging me. I love you guys so much. You are my family, and I, honest to God, love every single one of you with everything in my soul. So, you're going to be seeing a different background because I got a new kitchen. And the kitchen was the selling point in this house, because the people we bought it from, they remodeled the whole thing, the entire kitchen. And it is gorgeous. It is so pretty. It's so pretty. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. And it was so crazy how this house happened, because we finally got the word that we were pre-approved for a house, and my mind was blown, y'all, when they finally said we were pre-approved. Like, I finally did everything. And this house came on the market that day because a month prior the sale fell through. And it came on the market that day. And when I seen it, I knew it was the home for my children. And everything worked out. Everything went smooth sailing after the pre-approval. Life over 10 years ago to the pre-approval point was, honest to God, jumping through hurdles and rings of fire. But from pre-approval to closing day was smooth sailing. It was like it was all meant to be. We just have a nice simple home, and and it's ours. And I'm just thankful, and I'm thankful to God and for you guys. Okay, I'm done. I'm done blabbering and crying. I love you guys. I have to go fix Kylan's curtains because I hung them up crooked. I love you guys. I will see you next video. Remember, guys, be positive and kind. Be happy and believe in yourself. Don't ever give up. I love you.